You have acquired both your master's degree and your PhD at China's Tsinghua University. To students around the world who might want to study in China, what is your experience studying in China? How are Chinese universities different from Western universities? Do you have interesting stories living in China that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, well, that's a very nice question, the best question in this interview. Um, well, look, I think Tsinghua is really an exceptional institution. We know that. Most people think that Tsinghua is, one of the finest schools in the world when it comes to computer science and engineering. However, I think Tsinghua is also a solid school. It has a solid school of social sciences. And as an institution, it has significantly invested to advance the study of social sciences and humanities in China. In fact, my mentor, Professor Yan Tong, who is China's most cited IR theorist, has personally led the development of international relations in Tsinghua, which I believe is really the best place to study and learn about the Chinese approach to strategy and global governance reform, to theory of international studies. And, there's also this Chinese school of thought, which has a Tsinghua name. So it's a Tsinghua school of thought of international relations. Now, the story I would like to share with you has to do more with the pace of Chinese modernization that I experienced during my time in Tsinghua. In fact, when I left Tsinghua for a bit in 2016 for a fellowship abroad, cash was king in China. So 2016, cash was king, right? Um, just 2 years later, when I came back, China had almost gone cashless. And Western ICT companies were trying to emulate, to copy the Chinese e-payment and social media models, business models. I think the same story stands for automobiles. When I left Tsinghua in 2016, China was struggling to compete with established car companies. When I returned in 2018, China had strategically leapfrogged the internal combustion engine and had already become a leader in electric vehicles. Thus, I would really like to suggest to your audience to seek every opportunity they can get to study in China and observe trends and developments there. China in the 21st century is not going to be an elective course. It's going to be, and it must be, core curriculum for anyone who would like to understand the development of global civilization and the world economy in the 21st century.